Oh, hey Pedro, well, good to see you,
Hey,
man.
Misha, good to see you.
I recently heard the good news, and I figured let's just jump on a call and talk about it because your story is actually pretty unique and very close to my heart. So yeah,
Thank you.
Pedro, who are you? What are you about? And tell us about it.
My name is Pedro, and I'm Korean Brazilian, grew up in America as an immigrant. Always wanted to be in tech. Always felt I couldn't be in tech for a number of reasons, immigration including. But about a little about myself, I've always loved tech, always tinkered with computers since very, very young. Always convinced myself that I liked other things,
Yeah,
but always came back to this, and I really I love DevOps and um took the time to actually get into it, and by chance found KubeCraft. So it's been amazing. It changed my life a lot.
really? Okay, yeah, because
Yep.
you actually landed the job, right?
I did just recently.
Wow. So, yeah, I mean, I still remember when you came in, and I honestly also looking at your situation and your location, it also plays a role, right? I was thinking we can do it, but it's not going to be the easiest one, and you did it, man. You did it. So tell us, um, where did you start this journey, and how did you find KubeCraft, and how did it help you?
So I started this journey back in 22, actually. Going into developing, I wanted to be in tech, didn't know what it was.
Yeah,
I went into a boot camp, and then midway to the boot camp, I asked, "Is it possible to be a DevOps engineer or
yeah,
systems reliability?" And they said, "Maybe after you become a senior developer."
yeah,
And
yeah,
so I basically stored that for later, even though I wanted to do that still. So I dropped that off for a while, and then a couple of years, I think it was 2024 or end of 2023. I was just going on YouTube and I saw Misha's YouTube channel and I was like, what is this? CubeCraft. And
yeah.
I started to understand and try to see like this is what I really want to do. And for me, Kubernetes just made sense. It just it was so beautiful seeing, containers and pods just pin up and deployments just work. And obviously there's a lot of more involved, but how you set everything up, it made sense. It's just so logical. And once you get it ready and going, the scalability is endless, which is what I fell in love with. Yeah.
Mm. And so you joined KubeCraft, you applied the systems, and then what happened?
So I applied systems, and then my first, I believe, course that I took in QCraft was Kubernetes Fundamentals,
Yeah,
and that's when my eye was open, like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And then I thought, well, AI is taking off. Well, AI needs infrastructure, so we need people to understand this,
hmm,
and I get to work on figuring out how to automate things, how to create structure for developers. Like this is what I have to do. And then obviously, long story short, I went way deeper into that, learning documentations, operators, Helm and all the fun stuff. And honestly, every day I'm building, every day I'm figuring out new things to implement in my home lab.
hmm.
And it's been very, very fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you did the courses, you applied you did the work, and then how many applications did you do, and how did you eventually land the job?
I
What did the process look?
One thing that kept me going for sure was CubeCraft.
Yeah,
Seeing people get wins, seeing people get jobs and make it. And I was like, I guess it's still possible, even with this so quote unquote really bad job market.
yeah,
And on a whim, I kind of went on again, literally 2 months ago, and applied. Um, I made a little writing about. I haven't posted it yet,
hmm,
but when I applied, I I got a response, automated response, like we got your application and we'll get back to you. But for some reason, I read it as we have an interview ready for you. Let's have a talk. And I was like, And then the next day I told my wife and was like, "Hey, I got the interview," and she's like, "Oh, great!" And then the next day I talked to her, she's like, "Oh, I thought about it as like, oh, that was just an automated response."
Okay, yeah.
But for some reason, I ended up getting an interview. So
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
with that company, and that's the company that I ended up getting a job at.
Amazing. Amazing.
Very
So
interesting.
what is your current what are you doing? What's your title?
My title is DevOps Engineer 1.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, man. So
Yeah.
after all that work and after all these years, and to be clear, with a like don't take this the wrong way, but with a completely irrelevant background, right? Like you
Yes.
didn't study computer science. You
Oh,
didn't just like me. Like I was a nurse, right? When I landed my first job. So it's a similar story, isn't it?
very similar. I was a restaurant manager. Actually became one in like this is my second job in restaurants. But it helped actually because my VP worked in restaurants for 10 years.
Ah,
And
okay, very cool.
he skipped 10 questions. He just like, "Oh, you're a restaurant manager. Let me just skip all this." And then
Yeah.
move forward to different questions. So,
Well, I think that's a key point because DevOps is not just about Kubernetes and Bash scripting, right? That
no.
like so many people misunderstand that. But also, my nursing background was a real asset here, and your restaurant background because we have learned how to deal with people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That was definitely one of his questions. He's like, "How do you
yeah,
do people?" And
yeah,
so
yeah. Ah, very cool, man. So, what kind of company is it, and what kind of what does it
it's
look like? What are you going to be doing?
it's a space company, and it's gonna be to be honest, I haven't heard too much on my day to day.
Yeah,
They asked for NDAs and they're very, secret
yeah.
about the whole situation. But publicly on the website, they are contracted for their primary customer is the government,
Okay,
and it's about space defense and making
very
sure
cool.
that space is secure. Yeah,
Wow. Okay,
yeah,
so it's going to be high stakes environments. And you're going to learn a lot there for
I
sure.
think so too. Yeah,
For sure, man. Awesome. Well, so um, going back to that moment before you joined KubeCraft, right? So you had done a boot camp for software engineering for coding, but you had no tech experience.
none.
And then you jumped in the community. So what was it in KubeCraft you think that made you get this result?
I think um, the structure and also pretty much the community aspect.
Mm.
Um, I think one thing I could say is that you, Misha, you never say you're I know everything, I'm the head honcho, or you're always very open, like, no, I need you guys to also share and like, so there's people here with more experience than me. And
Yeah.
that's what I love about KubeCraft is because it's really a community.
Mm.
Um, I think there's always that hesitation for some people who, whoa, like I need to pay, right? But I think you get what you paid for, to be honest. Like I'm really a big adherent to, if it matters, you'll pay for it. And I think honestly, it has served me well. Like no course has given me more than what KubeCraft. Most courses, it's just, here's a course, go learn, go
Hmm.
do it on your own. But I think I have always gotten support. If ever I got stuck or had a blocker, which was often, I'd always just come to the Q&A and ask right away, and that's been a game changer for myself. And I think especially for something like DevOps,
Hmm.
because it's so vague on the
Hmm.
range of careers and companies and how they run, and just through my conversations with people who are DevOps engineers, they say they actually do it like this, and then another company does it differently, and
Yeah.
they don't sometimes adhere to the standards, and there's a whole thing of like best practices, and it's like, wait a second, um, following documentation, doing it on your own, and in your home lab, a lot of times is above and beyond what's been done in companies, which is so surprising. It really is, but
Yeah.
it's true. And it's because that obviously it's because of other things, they have, stakeholders, they have, running through agile, and there's a bunch of things why. So this is great because you get to learn and do it even better, right? You can make it better
Mm.
than what would be maybe possible in a company.
Yeah.
Um, but then obviously you have that missing piece, which I would think I'm going to start to get at the new company that I have, right?
Yeah.
But KubeCraft has given me that half, I think.
Yep.
And then now I feel comfortable. And also, should I be stuck within the NDA, I can ask for help, like,
Yeah.
hey, what do you guys think about this?
Yeah, exactly. It's not
Yeah,
just not even just getting the job, but also like there's so many people in the community who are already like senior DevOps engineers at
exactly.
Microsoft, IBM, AWS, but who stay because they like the community so much, right?
Yes,
So yeah, well, so cool. Like you're really just confirming like first of all the whole strategy that I use myself, which is building a home lab, but also confirming that it works, especially for
yes,
someone with like us, people like us who don't have a tech CS degree and not a technical
exactly.
background. And just what you said there, that people have this home lab and this ability to tinker in such high regard, that is, it proves the point. And I'm teaching that for a reason, but it really, really works. Because like, how did your home lab, did that come up in the interview process at all? And what did that look like?
Actually, yes, it was my main presentation.
Wow. Okay.
I literally said the words, "This is my resume."
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had QA, I had a whole team question me
Wow.
and ask me questions. They wouldn't let me finish my, like, it would, like, in the middle of, like, they're like, whoa, what's this, like,
Yeah.
can you explain this? And some of them even asked, why did you follow this? What's the standard? And I said, well, best practices is really just documentation.
Hmm.
And unless I'm a security expert or QA tester or something, and I have that experience, unless I can only really go to the documentation. And if it's outside of the scope, if it's obviously documentation is not perfect, it's made by people. So if it's outside the scope of security, that's something where a professional would have to assist me in. And
Yeah.
I said all this stuff and shared, and not word for word because in the NDA, right?
Yeah.
But that was my main presentation, which is public on my GitHub. I
Amazing.
even said, oh, it's got almost 1,000 commits,
Yeah.
and I drew an entire graph for like how my home lab works,
Yeah.
and they were impressed. They were very impressed.
Amazing. I'm
Yeah.
smiling so much because knowing your background, and then because the American tech companies, they have they have a pretty different interview process than here in Europe. And like I can imagine you standing there and having to draw it out, and all these people asking you. And I I don't want to take away the glory from you, but I feel just very proud as a teacher that I have been able to give you that, and to
Oh, you're not taking it
um,
away at all.
I
I've
really I'm just really proud. This is one of my proudest moments as a teacher that that you did it. We did it, man. Awesome.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah.
Yeah. Super happy.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Wow.
you.
Amazing, man. So yeah, I think because you're using Talos, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I've been using Omni.
I, I recently had a problem with a Cloudflare tunnel, and I was going through the Talos GitHub issues, and I found a comment of you where you
Oh
where
yeah.
you commented that you activated the HTTP protocol
Yeah,
because of the
that was
MTU
a yeah,
settings in Omni. And I thought, that's Pedro. What? I forgot to send you a message, but yeah, I saw you there. It's
that's
like, well, there he is. So cool. Pedro Chang.
yeah.
Yeah. Awesome,
Yeah, I
man.
had
Yeah,
the same problem too. I think it was an MTU timing or something like that. It
yeah,
was a couple months ago.
yeah. Well, they probably don't get many like people without CS degrees coming in with Talos home labs. I don't think that happens a lot. So yeah,
Right.
very
Not very
well
common.
done, man.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome.
I really appreciate it. And you could totally be proud, man. It's really you paved the way. It's
Yeah.
been a lot easier with you and KubeCraft. So
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much. So the community helped. What about Sammy's work with the CV and the LinkedIn stuff and
Yes, that
everything?
helped a lot as well with the
Yeah.
CV, organizational, and even presenting himself. But even the OS interview OS, I
Yeah.
think it was really good. Even just a line of like, "Hey, you're not coming in for a test." I'm like, "Oh, that changed my whole mind." Like, because I was like
Yeah.
going in for a test.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you're coming here to solve a problem. The reason why they want to hire you is because they want to solve a problem. And he put it in good words where, like he said, DevOps doesn't make money. It's more of like it's a way to protect. It's a way to make sure that everything's working so you can make money.
Yeah.
So you have to show it, with your ability. And that really framed my mind coming into this.
Yeah.
And it changed how I talked a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah. Presented myself too. So.
I, I would just say that KubeCraft is different from that bootcamp that you did or other courses.
Oh,
It-
a huge difference. I think that boot camp was mainly just trying to get us through it.
yeah.
It- um, and honestly, my experience with the teacher wasn't the best. It was a lot like, "Hey, why didn't you? It's right here. Like you can just do this." Like, and it wasn't really like, "Hey, let's work on this, and this is maybe why you're not able to understand why. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's figure this out together."
Yeah.
And it was more, I could tell it was a job for him. And it
Yeah.
was more like, let's get through this system. Let's figure it out. Why aren't you like going over it every day? And, um, whatever support I got, felt more like, and, every business is like this, of course. But honestly, I think what I came across from you and from Sammy and from even the community is that you all care.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
really do care. And, I think the amount of work and time that you guys put into it is huge. Whereas over there, it felt like I was asking, it was like, oh yeah, I could help you if, like it was more like that. That's how it
Mm.
came
Yeah.
across a lot. So I ended up not even, staying in touch.
No.
It's fallen off, but I spent, what is it, 15 grand on that? Very, very, very expensive.
Yeah.
And they're not really open to connecting. They don't reach out, there's no real connection over there.
Yeah. So you
So
paid so much money, and compared to the value that you got from KubeCraft, that's a big difference then, right?
huge,
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
They don't also update their stuff because they gave us um stuff to work on and that we had, and but then they didn't really iterate it, and we don't get the
Yeah.
new version. We
Yeah.
still have the old version. So it's like,
Oh,
oh, this is really old. Like I can't use this anymore. It's 2 years
so
old.
bad.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Well, that's exactly why I set out to do this, like hearing these stories and being, don't want to say a victim, but having experienced similar things, I thought when I'm gonna make it, I'll make something better. And talking to you today has really confirmed that we have succeeded in that. So very happy with that, Pedro. So yeah, just to round it off, if there's someone watching this on the outside, right, and thinking, well, like maybe to reiterate, you came in with no experience, nothing, and they're thinking, is this the place to do it if you want a DevOps job? What would you say to that person who is thinking, maybe this is a scam, or I don't know if this is legit? But what would you say to those people?
I'd say jump in because um, I don't think there's anywhere out there where you can get as much value for the cost, to be
Hmm.
honest. There's a lot out there that offer, but they're either way too expensive or they don't have the same level of support and commitment.
Yep.
Plus community, you literally get access to connect with seniors and Misha too every week. He has Q&As every week. Is it twice a week now?
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
twice a week.
Multiple times a week, and we're getting
Yeah.
more people in every week. So yeah.
Yeah, that's like gold. That's gold because it's a stand up a week. You could
Yep.
literally iterate, go through your things, come back
Yep.
with questions and go back and keep iterating, and you don't have to
Yeah.
wait for them to respond.
But that's also why people so some people come in and they land jobs within several weeks sometimes, or a couple of months, because they keep coming to the calls. I'm doing this. Am I still on the right track? And I can point them
Exactly.
in the right direction. And I've pointed you in the right direction a couple of times. That is a big difference instead of just doing it on your own or watching a few videos, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Plus, it keeps you motivated, and
Yeah.
it's all the other, human side of it. We're humans,
Yeah.
right?
We're
So,
humans.
yeah.
All right. Well, Pedro, thank you so much. All the best of luck in your new job. I'm super proud of you. You did it because
Thank
of
you.
the work you've put in. You've worked very hard on this. I've read your
Thank you.
messages where you were studying while waiting for what was it, Uber Eats and that kind of thing. So it's
Oh yeah, doing DoorDash.
so very impressed with what you've accomplished. So
Thank you.
all the best of luck, and yeah, see you around the community, man.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Awesome.